These windbags have to be on the White House payroll because they don't agree with anything good that happens in our country.
His actions were nothing short of heroic. Many more people would have died last night if not for a responsible armed citizen.
That was Police Chief James Eisen of the Greenwood Park Police in Indiana, who is praising the Good Samaritan, 22-year-old Elijah Dickin, for having a firearm, legally concealed carry, and taking out a shooter at the Greenwood Park Mall after he had already shot and injured or killed 3 people. He took it upon himself less than 2 minutes after the gunfire erupted, while the gunman was in hiding, to find him and take aim and took him out and killed him. He is a hero, a good Samaritan who happened to have a firearm, who took it upon himself to risk his life to save the lives of complete strangers. That, my friend, is a hero. 22 years old, young kid. He had nothing to gain, but he had everything to lose by doing what he did. And he did the right thing, and he saved numerous lives by taking out the mass shooter. But the windbags of The View disagree. Listen to Sunny Hostin's mouth and see how she feels about Mr. Dickin taking out the mass shooter.
With this Good Samaritan thing, listen, I was trained when I was at the Justice Department in firearms, and I was trained in defensive firearm training. It is very hard to hit a moving target. It is hard for people that are trained to hit a moving target. It is very lucky that Good Samaritan hit that moving target in that way. And he had a gun permit, but he wasn't supposed to be in the mall with a gun. So he broke the law, even though he was a
These women have to be on the payroll at the White House. They disagree with every good thing that happens in this country. Well, right now we know nothing good is happening because, of course, Joe Biden's president. But they are not happy that Elijah was called a Good Samaritan for taking it upon himself to confront and take out a mass shooter. Because although he was legally carrying the firearm, Windbag Hostin said, he was breaking the law because you're not supposed to have a gun in the mall. Well, apparently that is not the law in Greenwood Park, Indiana. That may be a policy of the mall. That young man did nothing but perform a heroic act that he did not have to perform. He could have ran out with the rest of the people, and who knows how many more people would have been killed. But Hostin is not happy because, after all, she was trained in firearms when she was with the Justice Department, she said. And do you know how hard it is to hit a moving target? I'm going to have to go out on a limb and guess that Sunny Hostin couldn't hit a fucking target if it was 5 yards in front of her face. She is nothing but a liberal, America-hating windbag who agrees with every bad thing that Joe Biden and his administration does, and she is hell-bent on making sure people, citizens, upstanding, law-abiding citizens, she is hell-bent on making sure that they cannot carry firearms legally. Is she gonna have a firearm in her fucking Gucci purse and take it out and try to take out a mass shooter? No, of course not, because she said it. Do you know how hard it is to hit a moving target? These are the liberal asshats that millions of people listen to in this country and agree with. What the fuck does Sunny Hostin know about anything besides bashing good people? Her and Behar gave it to you. The redhead fucking laugh. That other windbag. I'm surprised Goldberg didn't pipe up in that short clip. But unfortunately, or fortunately, she wasn't in it. And we didn't have to look at her face. These people are disgusting. They are a disgraceful display of humanity. This kid did not, I'll say it for the third time, did not have to intervene. Yeah, he had a firearm, legally had a firearm. He could have just turned around and got out of Dodge like the rest of the people. But he was not going to stand by knowing he had his firearm, knowing he was trained to shoot it. He was not going to stand by and let the piece of shit mass shooter shoot and kill more people. So he took out the scumbag. And yes, he is a hero. I don't know if Sleepy Joe is going to talk about it, but remember not long ago, Sleepy Joe was at the White House giving freedom medals to athletes like Megan Rapinoe, whatever the fuck her name is, and he gave her a little sniff. Is Joe Biden going to get Elijah, call him up and invite him to the White House to give him a medal of honor, a medal for something, a medal for being an average citizen who took it upon himself to take out a piece of shit hell-bent on killing innocent people? And it wasn't the mass shooter's gun that was doing it. It was the mental fucking head or whatever that piece of shit was thinking that went in that mall to kill those people. So, is Uncle Joe going to get on board and agree with Sonny Hostin that he shouldn't have had that gun in the mall? It was illegal. Shut the hell up. It wasn't illegal. Sonny Hostin is a trash-talking, America-hating windbag. She claims she worked for the Justice Department. That may be true. I don't know, and I certainly don't care. All I know is every single mouth on that show needs to be taken off the air. The trash that they spew every single day is just so against the values of our country, and they get away with it. But if a Republican or any average person talks about Democrats and their bad policies, all of a sudden we're the bad people. We can't disagree with Joe Biden in his destruction of America, but they can disagree with all the good things the other party wants to do. And it's okay. So now they're going to call a hero, a 22-year-old civilian, absolute hero for doing what he did. Windbag Hostin and Big Red Behar are going to bash this kid for saving lives because he broke the law. He didn't break any law, Sonny. You break the law every time you put your face on camera because it's disgusting, okay? Everybody on The View is disgusting. They need to be taken off the air. They need to be removed because all they do is hate on this country, and everything they say is against the good of what happens in our country. They want no good to come. They're going to bark and bitch and howl and moan because they don't like the fact that a young kid was legally able to carry a firearm and do what he did because he wasn't supposed to be in the mall with a gun. You know what, Sonny? Eat crow, because no one gives a shit what you think. Well, yeah, I know millions of libtards give a shit what you think, but all yous need to go to Epstein Island. I hear it's vacant now. Why don't you all go there and just live there forever and never come back? Because you're all worthless. You cannot give credit where credit is due because he broke the law in your eyes. Well, maybe you should go back to the Justice Department under Joe Biden, and maybe you can assist him in destroying our country more than he already is, because that's what you're about. That's what that show is about. And I'm going to end this rant right here and say it one more time. That 22-year-old kid, Elijah Dickin, is a hero. He deserves a medal for doing what he did, not Megan Rapinoe, a fucking loudmouth, America-hating, against the national anthem, kneeling down for it, she gets a medal by sniffing Joe Biden because she deserved it. Who wouldn't deserve a medal? She hates America. So does Joe Biden and everybody in his cabinet. And that's it. If you haven't already liked this video, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell. You'll never miss an episode. I hope everybody is healthy and safe. And this kid's a hero. Go online, read the story. He did everything right. He did nothing wrong. And he saved untold lives by doing what he did. Sonny Hostin is a piece of shit in my eyes. I'm sorry. That's how I feel, because all she does is hate on this country. And that's it. Have a great night, and I'll be back with more. Take care.